you doing? Trying to code or somewhat? Shivangi, I'm facing problem while coding this. I was so excited, so I thought that I should program. So I was trying to program Hello World. I started coding by myself, but I am facing problem. My Gitbash is not working with Visual Studio. What is the problem? Can you please guide me? Don't you worry. Today I'm going to tell you about how to integrate Gitbash and Visual Studio. The basic problem you are facing is that your Visual Studio is not integrated with Gitbash. That's why you are not able to code or execute your program Hello World. But don't you worry, you just watch this video because in this video I'm going to tell you about how to integrate Gitbash with Visual Studio. So I believe that your problem will be solved. Oh hi! You also watch this video to solve this problem, and let's get started. So I'm gonna open Visual Studio Code. So let's see. So I'm gonna click on Windows and then I'm gonna search for Visual Studio. Here our Visual Studio Code is. Now I'm gonna make you explore a little bit about Visual Studio. This is our interface where I'm gonna interpret all of our codes of Python. I'm gonna click on extension for downloading or installing Python. You can open it with Controls plus Shift plus X. Now getting into Python, it might happen that Python is already installed in your Visual Studio Code, but if it's not, you need to install it. Okay, now click on install. As it is installing, you might be thinking that how much time will it take. It will actually take little time if your data is like in good condition. Okay, it depends completely upon the speed of the data. Now you need to close the Visual Studio and you need to reopen it. Now we're gonna create one folder named Python Tutorials. Why? Because we need to open this folder in our Visual Studio and then we're gonna create files inside it. So it will be very systematic programming further. Okay, it will make you explain each and everything whenever you try to revise all the concepts of Python. So just create a folder and inside it just create one file named hello.py. Now you might be wondering why we are using Gitbash. We are using Gitbash because it supports Linux commands too. Now we're gonna open a folder in Visual Studio Code. What we're gonna do, we're gonna open hello.py in our Visual Studio. So just right click on it and go to open with code and you're gonna get your file in Visual Studio. You can do one more option, that is by your Gitbash. So I'm gonna tell you further about this. Just watch this. Now I'm gonna create new folder. What's name will be new folder. Now you can do this too by Gitbash. That is just by writing mkdir new folder. You'll get that folder in this. Okay, so there are two ways for creating folder, by Visual Studio or by just right clicking on your tab. Okay, basically why I'm using Gitbash? I'm using Gitbash because PowerShell do not support all the commands. It only supports specific commands and I am interested in more commands and especially to use Linux commands. That's why I'm using Gitbash. Now we're gonna integrate it. Just click on the files and go to the preferences and then click on settings. Now go to open settings JSON and this will come on your screen. So here we just need to write one line which we're going to search on our Google. So let's get started. What we're going to do, we're going to type on the tab integrate bash with Visual Studio. Now there will be a code. Just click on the first link and you'll get that. Yeah, here is it. Now this is the line which will make you integrate your Gitbash with the Visual Studio. Just copy this line after false. Just put comma and just paste it. Now save it, Control S. Now it's all done. Now if you open this thing in a command prompt, what you're gonna do, code dot. This will make you open this Visual Studio. There are several ways for opening this Visual Studio. One is to doing it with mouse and another is with doing it with keyboard. So we're gonna use more keyboard and now we're gonna stop using our mouse. Now this is our new file hello2.py. Here we're gonna do something. So just look at it. Print hello world. I'm just demonstrating you that our Visual Studio is working properly or not. So don't you worry if you really don't know a syntax of Python. Okay, I'm gonna teach you everything. So I have just increased the font size so that it will be visible to you more clearly and you can get all that. Okay, I'm just changing my theme. You can also change your theme as per according your choice. I love this theme, so I have just made myself do that. Okay, you can go for monokai theme and all that. I'm just taking this theme. Okay, now I'm opening this Gitbash. This is basically a Gitbash. You can open Gitbash with two methods. One is the mouse and another is with the keyboard. If you want to open your Gitbash with the keyboard, you just need to press Ctrl and Tilt. When you press Ctrl and Tilt, you will be able to open your Gitbash and there will be no need of mouse. So now I'm just creating a folder named new folder. So I just write mkdir new folder. But listen one thing, when I'm trying to make my folder, if I give space between new and folder, the two folders will be created. So I need to keep this in my mind. I can't give space while naming my folder. So I can do like this, mkdir new 4, mkdir new 3 and all that, but I can't give space between them. If I try to make a folder, new folder, and I give a space between them, then it will create problem for me. Okay, it will make two folders. That is big problem. So just keep this in mind. Don't you worry. In the next video, I'm gonna tell you little bit about commands, what we're gonna use while working with the Gitbash and while programming. So just be calm, patient, and explore.